Okay, so picture this. You get dropped into a video game, but it's set to the absolute hardest difficulty. We're talking hell mode. The odds are just completely ridiculously stacked against you. Now, imagine you're only 9 years old. This is the story of a boy who's not just trying to survive this world, he's determined to grind his way to the very top.
And yeah, that quote pretty much says it all, right? For our hero, this isn't some game to pass the time, it's a mission. He knows the rules are unfair, and his only answer is to grind so hard that he basically breaks the system itself.
All right, let's set the scene. We're meeting our protagonist, Alan, in a world that is, well, let's just say it's not designed to be nice at all.
And you can just see the difference right here. On one side, you've got the nobility, living it up, feasting. And on the other, there's Alan. See, on paper, he's a servant in the Granville house, but his real job, his real life, happens way out in the wilderness, all by himself.
Now, this is the part that's kind of hard to wrap your head around. Alan is only 9. 9! While other kids his age are, being kids, he is out here laying the groundwork for his own survival.
But this is no ordinary kid. Just look at his intelligence stat. It's already over 600. Now, for a summoner, someone who calls creatures to fight for him, a high intelligence stat is everything. It means he can command more summons and smarter ones too. It's basically his greatest weapon.
And check out his experience points. He's already racked up almost 200,000 EXP. You know what that number represents? Just countless hours of mind-numbing grinding. And for Alan, believe it or not, this is just the beginning.
So after totally mastering all the low-level monsters, Alan knows that if he wants to get truly strong, he's got to take a much, much bigger risk. The time for playing it safe? Yeah, that's over. Just let that number sink in for a second. 10,000 goblins. That is the kind of insane dedication we are talking about here. Sure, he leveled up, but in hell mode, that kind of progress is barely a blip on the radar. He needs a faster way to get that EXP.
So he makes a choice. No more goblins. It's time to hunt in the big leagues. He's setting his sights on the really scary stuff, the C-rank monsters. We're talking a whole different tier of difficulty here.
So what's his first major test going to be? Let's see how this plays out. He's not easing into this, by the way. He is jumping straight into the deep end.
His first target is a C-rank armored ant. And this thing is huge. We're talking 3 meters tall. It is a literal walking tank. This is a long way from the goblins he's used to fighting.
And this right here is where that super high intelligence stat really comes into play. His first plan? Simple. Overwhelm it with his animal summons, brute force. But it doesn't work. The ant's armor is just way too thick. So what does he do? He adapts, instantly. He switches gears to his insect summons, not to break the armor, but to get around it with poison. Smart.
And as soon as that poison starts working and weakens the giant creature, Alan doesn't hesitate for a second. He moves in himself, dagger out, and delivers the final blow. He may be a summoner, but he's not afraid to get his own hands dirty.
And what's the reward for taking that huge risk? A whopping 3,000 experience points. That's a massive haul from just one kill, and it proves his new strategy is absolutely the right call.
So does he take a break, kick back, and celebrate his win? Nope, absolutely not. The grind never stops. He immediately starts hunting for his next big score.
His hawk summon spots the next prize, another C-rank monster, a seriously powerful orc. Now, unlike that defensive armored ant, this guy is all about pure brutal offense.
And you see that power on full display immediately. In one devastating swing, the orc just wipes out 3 of Alan's summons. This isn't a clever battle of tactics like the last one. This is a straight-up, knockdown, drag-out brawl. But this is where being a summoner gives Alan a crazy advantage. The orc might be strong, but Alan has bodies. He just keeps throwing waves and waves of summons at the monster until, eventually, even a powerhouse like the orc is just overwhelmed and defeated.
So, 2 C-rank monsters down. For a 9-year-old, that is just an incredible achievement. Now let's break down what these hard-fought victories actually mean for his grand plan.
The reward from the orc, another 1,500 experience points. His high-risk, high-reward strategy is, without a doubt, paying off big time. And it's not just about the XP. He also grabs a C-rank magic stone, a real, tangible, and valuable piece of loot. In this world, stuff like this is basically the currency of power.
So now Alan starts doing the math. Back when he was hunting goblins, Hugh's maxing out at around 25,000 EXP a day. By switching to orcs, he figures he can probably handle about 40 of them in a day, and that means a potential of 60,000 EXP daily. He's more than doubled his efficiency, like overnight.
But right as he's feeling pretty good about himself, reality comes crashing down. He remembers getting beaten recently by a 15-year-old kid from the academy, and it hits him. Even though he's out here killing C-ranked monsters, he is still miles behind the truly talented, well-trained elite of his world. He's strong, for sure, but he's not strong enough.
And that, really, brings us to the ultimate question, doesn't it? His journey is all about sheer willpower and pure effort. But in Hell Mode, a world that is fundamentally designed to be unfair, can one kid's relentless, non-stop grind actually be enough to beat the system and achieve real power?